And this is all about protecting your energy even from that which is well-intentioned. Also more air energy. Hello, Capricorn. My name is Kristen Simone Hansen, and welcome to SeaGoat Secrets. Hi Capricorn, I'm Kristen and I'm a healer. In this video, you are going to get a full rundown of the Lionsgate portal and how it affects you and your Capricorn placements. If at any point in this video you feel connected to me and you would like to become a client of mine, you can do so by joining my client circle here and also in the bio. I welcome you. And last but not least, you guys know I'm a global citizen and I love connecting with all of you on a worldly and global level. So if you have not done so already, let me know where you're listening from in the comments and we can all connect and be a strong collective. Now, with all that being said, let's get into this. Okay, so Capricorn, hi. This is your video for the Lionsgate portal. This is a pretty powerful time. I'm making this video at a time that seems a little bit strange, but at the end of the day, this energy affects you for a pretty much almost... The Lionsgate portal is big in terms of affecting you throughout the remainder of the year, but especially during Leo season. So the thing about Leo season for you guys is it's very complex because it is your 8th house. So for a lot of other signs, Leo can represent just, pleasure and fun and all of the above. But for you guys in specific, Leo energy brings you into a dark place because the 8th house is one of the darkest houses, right? And the 8th house is the Scorpion house. So the thing about this energy is the Scorpion house is one of the darkest houses. So Leo energy, which is about fun and pleasure and the simple things in that sense and children and all of the above, it takes on a different precedence when it comes to you guys, which is also why its house placement is a part of why you are associated with the archetype of the devil in that sense, because pleasure for you can become very overwhelming. 5th house energy can intensify to such an extreme point that it becomes an addiction for you. So when we look at Leo season, it always asks you to question these things. It asks you to look at your debts, your investments, your finances. It asks you to look at the depths of your relationships, which is also kind of funny because at a time, in the summer where things can be about more hedonistic and fun pleasure, here Capricorn is reevaluating serious connections in the depths of relationships on a more serious level. That is pretty much what Leo season is doing for you. A lot of you guys are evaluating what person you want to commit to and how serious you are about said commitments. If you are already in a relationship, you guys want to really deepen your bond and deepen your connection. And if you are single, you're really looking at who it is that you want to invest in. So this is kind of tied to what I was talking about in the Leo new moon weekly video, and a combination with also what I was talking about in the Leo season video, which is all of this energy tied to these matters and how they're renewing for you along with the Leo new moon. This in combination with the Lionsgate basically says to you, okay, what it is that you've been wanting to manifest and create for yourself during the Leo new moon as to be manifested during Lionsgate. Lionsgate is such a pivotal day because we know that it's the day of great manifestation that happens every single year, but this time it's happening during an 8-year. So 888 in combination with the 8-year, very, very powerful, right? So this is a big time for not only just manifestation, but manifestation through the karmic portal. So what karmic cycles have you guys been going through and which ones do you want to see come to an end? And that's what's going on at this time. You know that karma is on your side. You know that karmic cycles are ending, even if you feel like they aren't, right? Some of you can still be going through like the shadow of certain things, the things that have played out in your past, feeling like patterns are going to play out. And some of you can be psyching yourselves out going through that. Others of you can be aware of the positive perspective tied to it, and maybe being a little bit more idealistic or optimistic. It kind of just depends. If you have not gotten what it is that you wanted, you can feel as if though you're worried that your karma is going to pretty much smack you in the face. This is where it's good when it comes to this energy and being able to manifest the outcome that you desire the most because of something like karma. The number 8 is associated with Capricorn. Okay, so as it's associated with Capricorn, it's associated with karma. What you give is what you get. Working hard to get what it is that you want. When we look at the 8 of Pentacles in the Tarot deck, the 8 of Pentacles is about working toward what it is that you desire, right? So when we look at this energy, you guys have a very powerful ability to manifest great realities for what it is that you want, mainly because the 8th house for you being in Leo, we talk about how it's, karma and debts and the dark side and all of the above. But that is the beautiful thing that comes with scorpionic energy when you embrace it from the positive lens, right? When you embrace Scorpio energy from the positive perspective, it is one of the ultimate ways to manifest through the art of attraction. Right? To be able to create what it is that you desire the most through pulling it toward you, through manifesting this energy, through drawing it into you, through things like intensity, through things like emotional intentionality, different things like that. You can awaken this energy and use it as a point of power. Again, I bring it back to the devil energy when it comes to Capricorn because of this space of pleasure being something that can be so intensified for you because things like Leo sit in your 8th house. But this is something that can become very beautiful in the sense of you learning how to become empowered through your pleasures instead of letting your pleasures dominate you, right? You can live a life of true bliss. Why do we like Capricorn energy? Because it can be the energy of achieving your dreams, your goals, your aspirations, your wildest visions for yourself, right? Being able to truly live the good life is a part of Capricornian energy. And where does that come from? It comes from the idea of merging with pleasure so well that you become a governor of it, right? So that's what's so beautiful about this time and being able to manifest what it is that you desire through feeling as if though karmic completions are over. And here we are with this 8 energy, this triple 8 energy. And it says, okay, I'm in the second half of the year. I am the Capricorn and you've been experiencing a lot of karma. This is your year of return. This is your year of vindication. This is your year of getting what it is that you truly desire, what it is that you put out coming back to you. Even on a societal level, we're seeing people experiencing their karma, right? And you can experience your beautiful karma in a very positive light. The universe is on your side in this sense. It is possible. Infinite possibilities are able to come into you. If you desire it, you can create the outcome that you desire the most. You have to go within your intentionality and attract that outcome towards you. That is the beautiful side of this energy, being able to get what it is that you want, especially because you are the governor of the 8, which is very, very powerful. Yeah, so that's one of the things when it comes to this energy. It's understanding the power of your ability to create what it is that you desire and how to utilize the 8, right? How to understand true alchemy in that sense. When we talk about alchemy and we talk about using these numbers and utilizing these numbers and expanding all of these things, you can find power in the infinity, understanding infinite possibilities, understanding the infinite outcomes that are capable to find you, right? You are the governor of the 8. So allow yourself to have governance by removing your own fears and the blockages tied to your fears and moving beyond that energy, okay? Still utilizing the power of the Leo moon, new moon that says, you know what? I deserve a renewal in these matters. The matters of debts, the matters of investments, the matters of who you are investing in, who you are committing to, your commitments, whether you're in a commitment or want one, the shadows tied to the way you view love, commitment, debts, partnerships. What are your secrets? What are you hiding? Who can you trust? Where can you find your refuge in terms of being able to be bonded to something that can actually work in your favor? Okay, these things are working in your favor when you allow yourself to push beyond the fears, expand beyond secrecy, expand beyond hyper privacy because you're afraid of expanding and expressing, and you lean deeply into that energy and allow yourself to come out on the other side. In this moment, you can be the governor of the 8. Okay, so go into manifestation meditations. All right. You guys, if you do not know how to do that, you can always email me and we can do a dance together in terms of figuring it out. If you want to book a guided meditation as well, I will link that here as well. But being able to manifest what it is that you desire the most. Keep in mind when it comes to that, you can also give me your list in terms of what it is that you want to create for yourself. And when I create the guided meditation, I can include those things within the list. Okay. So speak what it is that you want into the meditation. So that is getting downloaded into you while you're doing it. Okay. So that's another thing as well. And just let me know and I will do that. But yeah, so it's understanding how to sit with this energy and give it all of your power in that sense. Don't think that just because, you know, the day of the 8 has left us that it does not matter. No, this energy pans out, especially all throughout Leo season. Think manifestation. Think, I want these things in my shadow, which is my karma, karmic cycles, the things, the ties that bind, the things that sit within the shadow, the things that are standing in the way of what it is that you desire for yourself, right? Think that I want this specific outcome and I will do what it is that I need to do in order to manifest it and create it. And I will remove the fear that stands in my way. When we think about confidence, right? We think about Leo. What is so beautiful about this energy is understanding that a lot of confidence is rooted in being delusional. Allow delusional confidence to be the governor of what it is that you want for yourself. Okay? You want it, you can create it, you can pull it into you, you can attract it. Okay? And that's what I want you to push through. Trying to think whatever else I need to tell to you for this energy, besides it being very powerful. And it's not something that I want you to skip or sidestep. Focus on your manifestations because a big time is coming up for you when we start September 1st, okay? And your sister season, which is Virgo season, which will be very progressive for you. You guys are going to begin your final transformation. But this time, the transformation is in your hands. You are the governor of this transformation this time around. Okay, it's all in you this time around. So as you are the governor of this transformation, this is a big power point for you. All right. So as you move within this, you are going to enjoy who it is that you become this time around. It's not something where the universe is pushing you through, you know, the divine mother is pushing you through another rebirth. And it's something that's so much bigger and so much more expansive than you can even wrap your head around. And you're feeling overwhelmed and you don't know what to do. In this case, this transformation is something that you're enjoying every step of. And it's something where you are welcoming it. Right? So when you think about this time period of manifestation and you being able to push past your fears to get what it is that you desire, I want you to keep in mind September 1st when Capricorn goes back into Pluto in retrograde, which sounds very scary. But for you, like I said, you are the governor of this energy. It does not have to haunt you and it will not. It's something that's like you're going to be revisiting the person that you wanted to be, that you always wanted to be, and the things you always wanted to achieve. And that starts here in terms of the 888 and the final manifestation of being able to say, this is what I want. This is who it is that I am. And this is what I will create from this energy. Okay. So that's what we've got for the breakdown of this. We are going to get into the reading now. Okay, so Capricorn, here we are with your reading for Lionsgate. So, what do we see here? For the subject, we've got this energy of longing along with the Ten of Swords. And this is here with love call and conversing, savoring the moment, feeling uplifted friendship, seeing the true you, softly, softly, the tender touch, completely. From this energy alone, this feels a lot like insecurity. We don't see the Eight of Swords here, but we see, again, this sense of longing, apathy, emptiness, hollowness, and this is accompanied here with the Ten of Swords. Some kind of pain, betrayal. But here we see the 10 swords, so either way, it's completed. This energy has come to a close, but it feels like you're afraid of this still. And this emptiness, this longing, like what will be? Knowing that you're having this like missing cup, right? You're missing this cup. But yet and still, it's painful watching it walk away from you. watching it sit away from you, like it's something that you cannot call into your energy. It's something that won't find you. And it's causing this pain. These swords to sit with you. Usually the Ten of Swords is an indication of something that is complete, but in this case, these swords are sitting with you. Clearly you're longing for something. Wanting to have this connection, wanting to feel more uplifted. This apathy. This apathy and this pain. The apathy causing pain. The pain causing apathy. But wanting to get out of it. Almost as if though, again, when we think of Lionsgate, right, we think of manifestation. We think of getting what it is that you desire, right? Putting out the energy to get what it is that you desire. And in this case, it's like what it is that you desire, you feel like isn't necessarily in your own hands, which makes perfect sense because in order to manifest something, in order to draw something to you, it's not in your hands, right? It's what it is that you desire, that you're putting your energy out toward, wanting to have it pulled in. You're longing for something, and it'll heal the wounds that you have tied to this feeling of, again, this apathy, this emptiness. What you're calling to you, what you want to come to you. It feels like it's away from you. And many of you, a lot of this has to do with communication on a basic level in terms of what it is that you want, right? So what it is that you're desiring is something that you want to draw toward you. But it's also in the hands of others in that sense. The right phone call, the right message, the right communication to get you out of this energy. When we look at what's going on in the shadow, we see Baba Cain in reverse. We see the Two of Cutlass sitting upright. And then we also see Marasa in reverse. So in terms of all of this energy here, it's like lack of confidence. Lack of confidence, having to trust within the intuition and not necessarily wanting to. Not wanting to have to kind of sit in this space of, I don't know, indecisive. I have to trust my intuition. I don't know if what I'm seeing is what I think I'm seeing. I don't know if my intuitive abilities are actually aligning with me the way that I want them to or telling me the right thing. I'm concerned. Which is quite interesting, right? And then when we look here at the Marasa in reverse as well, it goes back to this feeling again of what you want to connect to. The choices that you're making in terms of what you want to connect with, what you want to be drawn to you. For some of you, in terms of love, right? If you want to manifest love into your life, if you're craving that feeling, it's like a cup that's far away from you, something that is not in your possession, and it's causing this sense of pain, right? But it could be a specific individual that you want to create a connection with, or again, it's the energy that you want to come to you. But it's like this lack of confidence, feeling like you're not going to be able to get what you want, having to trust in your intuition, but not wanting to. You're tired of sitting in a space where you can't necessarily see the outcome, right? And then again, when we look back at this, it goes back into the space, especially for you guys that are looking at it from a space of lovers, that you're not going to be able to get this connection. If it's anything else, it goes back to, again, the choice that connects you to what you deepest desire is where your lack of confidence and assurance, self-assurance comes in. But when we look at the advice here, we see seeing the true you, and this is married with softly, softly, the tender touch, right? So a lot of this, and like I said, when I first came into this energy, it felt a lot like insecurity, even though we don't see the Eight of Swords here. It felt a lot like, again, perception of what it is that you can have, who it is that you are. Again, pain causing apathy, apathy causing pain, longing causing pain, pain causing longing, and this kind of back and forth dynamic, right? But you need to see yourself clearly. And when you see yourself clearly, I was going to say awakens for some reason. So I guess I'll hold on to that and say it awakens this self-compassion in this sense. But my initial thought was going to be saying that it brings you into a space of self-compassion so that you're no longer misconstrued while you're sitting in the space of longing, right? Like feeling like you cannot get what it is that you desire. A lot of it is because you're not seeing yourself clearly. Your perception of self is distorted. And as your perception of self is distorted, it's putting you back and forth in this space. But it's like when you clarify the way that you see your... You know what I love about this card? We see this teacup here off into the distance and this lily pad. I don't know if you guys can see it in the camera. I'll grab it. But if you look here, you see this teacup off in the distance on this lily pad. And it's like, as she's sitting here and trying to understand herself, almost in this... There isn't anything about this moment that is vain, right? It's almost like she's a bit confused about her own reflection. And what I love is even just down to the color of her hair representing confidence, fire, power, vitality, passion. But yet and still she's confused about who she is, even though she's very beautiful. But is starting to develop this romantic relationship with herself. It takes on a whole new definition in this card from Narcissista, the story of Narcissa, and who's a man. And I think it's... The original story is Greek, right? But where the term narcissist comes from is that story, which is, he gets a look of himself in the mirror and then he turns into the, self-obsessed, right? And so this painting kind of takes on a whole new definition tied to that energy, which is someone being able to be in this moment with themselves, but not with so much confidence in that sense. She's still trying to understand what it means. She's very beautiful. The light graces her face. Very lovely in that sense. Again, the red hair indicating confidence that should be there. But yet and still there is this moment of still trying to understand it. And we have this beautiful teacup in the back. An indication of what is not yet seen. So when we go back into the space when it comes to you, it's like you're not seeing yourself clearly. And again, this back and forth kind of energy is causing that misconception, is causing that back and forth. Go easy on yourself. If you saw yourself more clearly, you would go easy on yourself. You would be able to step out of this back and forth energy and have more confidence. Because when we think about Lionsgate, it's all about confidence. There's a lot of really beautiful things about you, right? But this back and forth space, it has broken down your sense of self-confidence. Which I think it would anybody, right? It's like it breaks you down when you don't get what it is that you want. You kind of go back and forth, right? But this is asking you to take a different approach. Kind of pull your hair back and look in the mirror again and go easy. So let's read the oracles here. Because these are the healing points, right? Okay, so this is an air energy for me. Usually I associate this card with Aquarius. Continue on your healing journey with enthusiasm, but without forcing things to happen more quickly than feels natural. Sometimes the body will be ready to let go whilst the mind is still holding on. At other times, the mind may need to be patient as the body processes an experience. Trust in your own timing and rhythm. There's no need to be impatient or judge yourself. You are summoning the spiritual fortitude to tackle an issue which has previously held you back. When the time is right, the healing shall happen more easily than if you tried to push it forward prematurely. Things are going to work out. Be positive, right? Very straightforward. And I do think it's interesting that we have an Aquarius card while we're sitting in Lionsgate, taking the opposite approach. For the Alpha, we have a positive twist of fate and windfall of good fortune are destined to find you. So we've got air and earth. Brightness and hope will alleviate negativity and give you the strength to find your way through a time of adversity or challenge. Finally, you will experience peace, love, and the deep connection with your true self and the universe. Good things are on their way to you, right? So the interesting thing about this energy is we've got air and we've got earth. Through clarity, peace is found. Through clarity, ground is found. Through clarity of the mind, balance is found at the feet. A lot of the things that put us into a space of instability and uncertainty is because of the ways in which our emotions tend to disrupt us, or the ways in which our egos tend to challenge us. So in this case, obviously, it's saying something other than that. Go into the clarity of the mind and surrender to the process of healing. And understanding that it's not black and white, right? There's something here about patience. And I know it's difficult because you guys have been waiting a long time, right? But we're here. This is the reading tied to what is standing in the way of you being able to manifest what it is that you want. But not even just what's standing in the way. It's more like, how do you do that? How do you embrace the Lion's Gate energy, right? How do you step into your viewpoint of full-on manifestation, right? The 8 energy. It's understanding this energy of apathy and swords. The pain that is caused from when you're sitting in longing, and that space of longing being able to kind of pull you back into this space where you're down under, and back and forth and back and forth, as you wait for the things that you want to make you feel more uplifted. And then it affects your confidence because you have to sit in this space where you cannot see the outcome. And then you worry that you cannot connect with what it is that you desire the most. And this is the dynamic that tends to play out, especially as you kind of wait in vain for what it is that you desire to come to you. But this energy is clearly saying to you that you need to see yourself more clearly, create a softer approach, especially when it comes to these two, asking you to soften your perspective when it comes to getting what it is that you desire. Because for many of you, especially based on the fact that you are Capricorn placements and what has taken place for you, a lot of you are still in this space of healing. So as you still sit into this space of healing, your desires make sense, right? Because you most of what it is that you desire, your manifestations to get you to the other side of this energy. But a lot of it still has to kind of be worked out through that sense, right? From one destination to the other. But this gives you the clarity of, and it's interesting because these two have a very similar energy. While these two have a similar energy. And these are both sitting in the earth. This is actually a water energy for me. But it is about healing the same way this one is. So what's interesting about this is we kind of see this same look in her eye. But this one is understanding that, again, a positive twist of fate, windfall, everything's going to work out in your favor, right? And then the other one is about understanding who it is that you are. And when you understand who it is that you are, you can soften your approach in terms of the self-criticism as you sit into the space of longing. When it comes to getting what it is that you want, it's an understanding of the fact that you're still going through a process. So when you go through your approach when it comes to manifesting what it is that you want, attracting the energy that you desire the most into you, it's understanding that you're still here. And this is not a bad place to be. Sometimes, like it said, the mind is ready to move in one direction while the body is still processing an experience. That does not mean that you're not going to get what it is that you want. It just means that the way in which it comes into fruition is still based on what it is that needs to happen in order for this energy to come into its close. Because inevitably you're going to get exactly what it is that you want. Again, this kind of brightness and hope alleviates stress, right? Soften your approach. You deserve it. What is it you want is already yours, right? It's just a matter of understanding the process in that sense. So let's get some advice about how to step out of this energy or how to approach this energy. Okay, here we are. So how we get through this energy is very straightforward. We've got the 10 of Wands in reverse, and this is accompanied with the 6 of Swords. Put the burdens down. Heal. More confirmation on Aquarius energy, right? With the 6 of Swords. Back into the space of what it means to allow the healing process. It's just a matter of understanding that while you're expanding from one space to the other, you can get what it is that you desire. You can pull in what it is that you are attracting to yourself, but understand that the divine is still working for you in the sense of understanding where you are. And it's like your manifestation can be very, very big, right? But while you're still going through a process, sometimes to get to where it is that you desire the most, small steps need to be taken, because you're not necessarily in the place. Let's say you go through something very traumatic, and frankly, you probably need to be spending more time alone, right? But your manifestation is to get a position in a company that requires a lot of socializing, right? If that seems like it's right here and this is what it is that you desire, right? But then the outcome seems like it's like 5 months from now or 4 months from now. It can put you in this space again of this apathy, pain. But it's a matter of understanding that it's like your manifestation is not going to find you. It's just a matter of, again, the divine responding to where it is that you are to and doing what is best for you in terms of the process. It's aligning you with what it is that you want in the healthiest way. Positive twist of fate, you're already getting what it is that you want. It's just moving in a certain way. See yourself more clearly and soften your approach, right? Increase your own self-compassion. And how do you release out of getting out of the space of back and forth, the sense of longing and then pain causing longing, and let go of the burden. Let go of the burden of longing, of kind of sitting in this space of hollowness in that sense. And then when we step out of the space of the 10 of Swords, it's allowing yourself to heal. The 10 of Swords is the space of betrayal and, again, more burden, right? Pain. It's good because it can be a completion as well. It's a matter of understanding that. It can be understanding that everything is done, right? All the swords that could have fallen, and it can be the beginning of something, a new chapter for yourself, right? But as we sit into the space of the 6 of Swords, it's making it very clear to you that in order to release this, it's just a matter of stepping into a space of deliberate healing. The 6 of Swords asks you to let go. It sits in between the 5 of Swords and the 7 of Swords. And after the 5 of Swords, the 5 of Swords is a battle, conflict, a fight, right? And we sit into the 6 of Swords. The 6 of Swords is understanding that the battle happened, the fight happened. But it's deciding to take those swords and sail off into another reality for yourself. It's not trying to reclaim, it's not trying to have victory. Whereas like the 6 of Wands, for example, is more about victory. The 6 of Swords understand that there is no victory to be had. It's just allowing yourself to heal. It's Aquarius energy, allowing yourself to just, again, sit into this space of healing and understanding, softening the approach to the self. You can release this energy, because this apathy burdens you. You can let it go. And you can let go of this sense of, again, the heaviness of the 10 of Swords by just saying, you know what? I'm going to lighten my load and I'm going to lighten my energy. Instead of when I try to manifest and create what it is that I want, instead of saying to myself, you know, I'm longing for this thing and as I desire this thing, it's like it's causing me this pain. It's stepping out of that energy and saying, I desire to let go of these burdens. I desire to put down these burdens. And as I want to put down these burdens, I'm doing so because I want to heal. I want to be released. I want to feel better. That being the point of where you manifest from. That being your point of zero. And that helps you see yourself more clearly and soften your approach to yourself. Because a lot of what it is that you want, okay, has taken time because you're still in a space of healing from what it is that you went through or what it is that you had. Like I used the reference, right, of wanting the position. It's not that the position doesn't find you, it's that the position finds you when you're ready for it. At what point is it that you're not getting what it is that you want? Or is it just that you're still being healed and to align with what it is that you want? So you don't further traumatize yourself by putting yourself in an environment that you're not ready to be in and then sabotaging. So when you go towards your manifestations with Lionsgate, put out the intention of separating from the intention of I'm longing for something and I feel this pain if I don't get it. And step into the attention of I long to release my burden. And I desire to heal through getting what it is that I desire. I desire to release my burden and to heal. That's what pulls the energy into you in a much lighter way, through a softer approach, through an approach of self-compassion. And then it also separates you from maybe the hypercriticism or the misalignments in terms of not understanding or seeing very clearly what it is that you want because of the way that you've been approaching it. It's coming from a space of healing, a desire to heal and release. Okay. I want to get one more card. Hold on. Transformation. And at the bottom of that, we saw power and expression. So we've got transformation here. And at the bottom of that, we saw expression and we saw power. Change is the natural order of things. Don't be afraid of the unknown. You're going to get what it is that you want. When you draw in, when you call in what it is that you desire, it comes to you. But in which ways do you not always see what it is that you desire? Because again, even though it's like you want change, because it's unfamiliar, do you push it away at times? Because again, you keep going back from that space, right? Release. Set the intention of release. Release and healing. At the bottom of these clarity decks, we got not enough, frustrated in relationship, lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear and ego issues, right? It's like wanting the call, wanting the connection, right? Wanting to feel uplifted. But at the core of it, you feel like you're not enough. You're dealing with insecurity. You're dealing with frustration. And that's, again, what puts you in the back and forth between the Four of Cups and the Ten of Swords. And it's like apathy, longing, apathy, pain, this and that. You know, it's like you're coming from a space of insecurity. It's like you're not seeing yourself more clearly. But it's okay to process the pain, but it's a matter of understanding that that's what you're still doing. But don't allow that to be the manifestation point. At the bottom of the tarot, we have the Judgment. Clarity of thought. Where are you misaligned with the way you're thinking, the way you're seeing something? At the bottom of the shadow deck, we have the Ace of Ace of Cutlass in reverse, which goes back to, again, a lack of communication, a lack of clarity, not getting what it is that you want. We've got a lot of air energy. Baba Kane is fire, but we have the Two of Cutlass, which is air. Marasa, which is also air. A lot of stuff happening in the mind, right? Anxieties of the mind. And we look at relax the hold of darkness and be at caused at the bottom of the advice deck. There's a lot of anxiety. There's a lot of like negative thoughts, negative thinking kind of running rampant in your mind because of the way in which you're lacking confidence. Remove that. The back and forth between pain and psychological stress or psychological back and forth is really just because, again, you're still in a healing process. But this healing process is not stopping you from getting what it is that you want. You're clearly getting what it is that you want. You can, it's just a matter of understanding that all of this, the cloudy stuff, is just because of this. But it's not actually the thing governing the outcome. And at the bottom of the healing deck, we have the Sovereign Queen Maeve. And this is all about protecting your energy even from that which is well-intentioned. Also more air energy. All right, Capricorn. So this is what I've got for you. Happy manifesting. Step away from the burden. Come from a place that is more open and receptive. Allow your experiences to transform and don't try to control them through insecurity. Allow people and things to come to you because they are what it is that you've been truly desiring. Go easy on yourself and others. Okay? All right. I love you. Ciao.